Howdy, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. It is Monday, January 15th, and this is my video for week 33 of my journey to Wonderland using beef, butter, bacon, and eggs carnivore. And this week, I'm gonna do a little alternate day fasting. Let's jump into those daily videos. Check out and see how it went here on Big Anklevich on health. Okay, it is Monday morning, and what do we got? 1.5. It's still pretty good. And 83 for the blood sugar. That gives me a Dr. Boz ratio of 55. Didn't get out and go walking this morning, so I'm doing my walking at work 2 minutes every half hour. This morning I got up and I had eggs, beef for my food for the day. I'm just doing one meal a day today. And it was a good thing that I did that, because after that I had to go and get my filling, my broken filling fixed. And they're giving me a crown, so they shoot me up, make my whole mouth numb, and then stick a temporary crown on. So I'm gonna deal with that for a few weeks until the real one goes on. And yeah, that's what today was all about. So talk to you again tomorrow. All right, it is Tuesday. Let's see what we got here. .5, the same as yesterday. And 81. And my Dr. Boz ratio is 54. So I'm gonna be fasting today. That's what I've decided that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do an alternate day, so a long fast, a 40-hour fast. And just to make sure that I've got enough that I can make it through. I'm eating plenty today. I'm eating 2 meals before I start the fast. So I've had a bunch of eggs, and now I'm eating some ground beef. Sometimes I think people might think it's weird to just eat ground beef, but basically, I mean, if you look at it, this is just like a piece of a hamburger patty. So if you were willing to eat hamburger patties by themselves, then you can just make them a little bit smaller, and they're ground beef. But anyways, I'll get started on my fast, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. All right, it is Wednesday. What do we got today? .2. That's pretty good. I expected it to go down, and instead it went up. And 74. So that makes my Dr. Boz ratio 33. It's pretty good. So it's a fasting day today. That means I get no food, so I don't really have a lot to talk about, but I figured that I would talk to you about this graph. Check this out. This is my step count for the week. If you can look at the start here, you can see all the way back on Tuesday, which was January 2nd, I was doing pretty lame. I only got 2,965 steps for the whole day. I did a lot of sitting around and nothing. I was off work that day, so I didn't even have to get up and go anywhere. The next day was Wednesday, and that day I spent most of the day putting away Christmas decorations and getting that cleaned up. So I did get up to 6,700 steps. But then the very next day on Thursday, yeah, I went back down to really lame. I was at work, but I just sat there. I didn't do my usual getting up every half hour and going for a little walk like I've been trying to do. And my weight was going up, and I got a little frustrated with everything last week, and I decided, well, I got to change some things. I ordered ketone strips, and I started doing my walking. I made sure to walk every half hour while I was at work. Although the first day, on Friday, I had a little trouble. I kept getting distracted. I kept forgetting to do it. And so I only got 6,600 steps that day. The next day on Saturday, I got up early and I went out for a walk in the cold, and I managed to get 8,600 steps that day. Sunday I did the same thing, and I got 8,100 steps that day. On Monday, when I came back to work, I was determined to do my walking every half hour. And so I made sure to do that. And sometime around 8, 9 o'clock, I realized, hey, if I keep going and if I really step it up, maybe I can make it to 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps is that level they tell you to try and get to. I don't know. It's my goal that I set for each day. Of course, I've never really come close to it, except for on New Year's Day when we were at the amusement park. I walked way more than 10,000 steps that day. But yeah, so I pushed it and I got to 9,300 steps. Almost. Really close. So yesterday, I was determined I was going to get to 10,000 steps. And each time I got up and I went for a walk, I walked a little bit extra. I went around a little, I would zigzag back and forth. I did extra stuff just to get in some extra steps. I was really determined to make it this time, and I was trying really hard to do it. And what did I get? 11,618 steps. So it can be done. And I'm going to do it again today. I'm going to walk plenty, and I'm going to get going, and I'm going to make it over 10,000. And that's what I'm going to try and do every day. All it takes is a little bit of effort every half hour or so, and I can be good. So that's what I am doing today. I'm not eating, but I'm walking. All right, it is Thursday. And what do we got? 3.0. Fabulous number on the ketones. And a 69. That makes my Dr. Boz ratio a 23. That is pretty darn good. So an update from yesterday, I did get my 10,000 steps. I may have to change things though. I'm spending a little bit too much time walking around at work. I think I might get myself in trouble if I keep this up. So I may have to cut that back and do a little walking at home to make sure that I get there. But one way or another, I'll still do my every half hour thing. Just get up and move around. Don't just sit there for so long, you know. Just don't make it too long of a break, I guess. So today I finished off my fast. I made it to 43 hours, basically. I think a couple minutes short of that. And then I had myself some eggs and some hamburger, some ground beef. And that was tasty. It was good. It was, wonderful and filling. And then just before I left for work, I cooked up 6 quarter-pound hamburgers, and I ate those along with a little bit of ghee on top of them. I probably shouldn't be eating ghee. I was trying it out just to see if it would cause me any issues, and yeah, I think it still does. I was hoping that it was clarified enough that it didn't have the stuff that dairy has that, makes my stomach unhappy, but I still get it some. So I think I may have to just, I don't know, maybe I need to see if I can get like fat trimmings from a butcher or something like that. I don't know where to do that around here, but we'll have to see what I can do. But yeah, I'll do my walking and stuff like that. It's going pretty good. I've gotten great numbers with my testing. I'm really happy with that, happy with what I'm getting when I fast and even when I'm not fasting. So I'm going to keep going on that. I think this is going to be a good week. We'll see. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. It's only Thursday. I'm asking for it, right? Okay, it is Friday, and what do we got? 2.0. That's pretty good for a non-fasting day. And 84. Let me see, I think I can even do that math. That means my Dr. Boz ratio is 42.
Look at this graph.
Okay, I'm still going out and walking. Yesterday I only made it to 8,000 steps because I figured I probably better not just spend a bunch of time walking around and walking around and walking around. That's probably good enough, I would say. Today I ate eggs and ground beef, and I am super full. I am starting a fast, and that's what we got going on Friday. All right, it's Saturday morning. What do we got? One point oh. Oh, it's coming down. 94. That makes my Dr. Boz ratio 94. That's my worst Dr. Boz ratio all week, but I'm in the middle of fasting, so it's bound to go back down. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So what did I do today? Well, nothing really. I mean, I was fasting all day today, so I don't have any eating to tell you about. I didn't eat anything, just fasting. Hopefully that'll bring my Dr. Boz ratio back down. I don't like it being up at 94. But I also didn't really do any walking, aside from whatever incidental walking that I did today. I did go grocery shopping. Maybe that counts. Maybe that got me somewhere. But I'm nowhere near the numbers that I got yesterday, for example. I didn't talk about it in yesterday's video because it was taken earlier in the day, but look at this graph. That's right. That's what I got yesterday. I made it all the way to 11,000 steps on Friday. So in general, I'm keeping up with it. I'm getting myself active. So hopefully that helps to keep me in the right space. We'll see what my numbers are like tomorrow and see how the weekend's out. Okay, it is Sunday. Hopefully it's a good number today. .5, that's not bad. Not as high as I wanted, but not bad. And 58, that's really low. That makes my Dr. Boz ratio a 23. Okay, so today was an amazing day, and I'm not talking about the fact that I lost a bunch of weight today, although I did, and I'm not talking about getting a great Dr. Boz ratio, although I got that too. What I'm talking about is what I had. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, when I got up this morning, I cooked up some ground beef and some eggs, and I had that. But then I took these fat trimmings. See, I've been looking for fat trimmings for a while, just trying to figure out how I can get my hands on them. I've gone to like a place that calls itself the meat market, but it was a taco shop basically. They also did a meat market stuff, but you couldn't get much of butcher stuff from it. But I was at the grocery store yesterday, just the regular H-E-B grocery store, and I walked past, and the butcher guy was standing behind the counter. So I went up to him and I said, "Hey, do you guys trim steaks sometimes? Do you trim off the fat on steaks?" And they said, yeah, we do that. And I said, "What do you guys do with the fat trimmings?" And he said, "Oh, well, we package them up and put them out for sale." And I said, "Really? Where are they?" And the guy came out and he took me over to where they kept them. And I was amazed. They didn't have any beef fat trimmings, but they did have pork fat trimmings. So I figured, okay, well, I'll start with the pork fat. So I bought myself a thing of pork fat. It was $1.50 a pound. So I spent like $3 on 2 pounds of pork fat. I brought it home, and this morning I got it out. I put it in the air fryer, and I cooked it for 20 minutes. And I stirred it every now and then, just making sure that it wasn't getting like burned or anything. And then I looked at it and I thought, you know what, this is not quite done. It needs to go in a little bit longer. So I put it in to go for another 20 minutes, but I was planning on taking it out after like 5. However, I got distracted and I left it in there for all 20 minutes. And I was like, oh crap, I've killed it. I've ruined it. But no, it was perfect. It was basically like cracklins, except for homemade good cracklins. So here's a picture of it. You can see it's really nice and crispy and really crunchy. And oh my gosh, it tasted amazing. It's all I want to eat now. I ate all 2 pounds of it today because it was so good. And I was stuffed. I was so full because it's just fat. It fills you up immediately. So I don't know that I ate enough other stuff. Like I ate my eggs and I ate some of the ground beef that I cooked, but not really that much. I ate way more the other day, but this time, I don't know. It was a little too salty. I don't know how I oversalted it. But somehow I oversalted it. Or maybe I just wasn't in need of a lot of salt today. I'm not sure. But it was way too salty for me. So I ate as much of it as I could handle. But then I quit and I just ate more and more of that pork fat. And it was so great. I want to go right back out to H-E-B and get some more. Probably do it first thing in the morning tomorrow and have some more. But yeah, it was tasty. And I didn't have any issues with it. Didn't have any problems with my digestion because it's just straight up good fat. And on top of that, I ate all the fat that was crispy and a whole bunch of it rendered out into the bottom of the air fryer. I poured that off into a jar and I have a bunch of lard that I can use to cook my eggs in from here on out. So I won't have to use butter and get any issues from that because, you know, dairy doesn't agree with me. So I'm just excited about this development, and I am going to be buying myself a lot of fat trimmings, and I'm going to be enjoying them. So there you go. I think maybe I've found the way to make sure I get enough fat without having to eat sticks of butter and then fart all the time, because that's what happens to me when I eat any dairy. So I got to steer clear of it. So there you go. That's the end of the week. Things are going pretty well, I think. I'm not sure how I'm going to weigh in after eating 2 pounds of fat today, but we shall see. I will talk to you guys later. All right, so there you go. That's how the week went, and I have to say, it was a pretty good week. I was pretty excited for how things turned out. You know, a month ago almost, it was not quite a month ago, I guess 3 weeks ago, on the video that came out on Christmas Day, I was at 221.6 pounds. And I was just on the verge of ticking over into the teens. I was so excited, and I told you about my goal. My goal was to get to the teens, and then I would shave this ugly beard. I would get rid of it, and I would have no more gray on my chin, and I would look so much better, right? Well, that didn't happen, because on Christmas I ate ham, and I ate pepperoni, and I ate a bunch of processed meats that at this point in my journey, I guess I can't really have them. Because if I do, I retain a bunch of water, and I gain weight instead of losing weight, and that's not really what I'm after. I'm trying to get healthier and lose fat, and it seems as though processed meats, you know, you can get away with them for some time, but eventually that time will pass, and I think that has happened for me. And I did that for a couple of weeks in a row. I would be good, but except for 1 day or 2 days where I would eat something that I shouldn't. A little bit of processed meat, and it would shoot my weight right back up. And so my progress stalled, and I wasn't losing weight. In fact, I gained weight for 2 weeks in a row. That was a bit of a pain. I was pretty irritated. So this week, what I do? Well, I said I am going to buckle down and really do what I am supposed to do. I'm really going to eat just fresh meat and none of the processed stuff. And also I decided to go back to do some of my other stuff that I've been doing, like fasting, alternate day fasting. I did that this week, and doing some, a little bit more walking, which I had kind of given up on as well. And as you saw this week, I think I did pretty well on all of those things. I fasted, I walked, and, well, my Dr. Boz ratios were down, and let's see what happened as far as the weight goes. Last week, I weighed 224.4 at the end of the week. That was a disappointing weight. But this week, my average for the week was 220.8. That's right, that's a pretty good average. That's pretty exciting. I'm really coming down. This week, that means that I came down 3.6 pounds, which is a good drop. I lost a lot of that darn water that I was retaining. So that's pretty exciting. So back in May when I started all of this, my original weigh-in put me at 289.8. What am I at now? 220.8. That means that my total weight loss for this entire endeavor has made it to 69 pounds. When I get to 70, that's when the beard goes. I'm so close. And I can't wait. It'll be fun. I guess I'll have to, maybe I'll film myself as I shave the whole thing off. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll be happy when we get to that. My wife even said the other day, hey, you know, maybe, she's like, you have lost a lot of weight in your face, and I think maybe you're going to look good without a beard. You may still have a jawline, may still look good. And that's the one thing that I made myself wait for. I didn't want to shave the beard off and then have a double chin to show off. The beard kind of hides that when you're fatter, but now maybe I can finally show my face. So yeah, pretty excited. And I'm on the verge. I think it could be pretty great. And things are going well. Like this shirt, for example, I just got, it's a size large. It's really small, and you can see it fits me pretty well. It's good and tight, and makes me look skinnier to wear a smaller shirt than a great big one. And at the same time this week, my belt has been pulling past and on into the next notch. I'm now 4 notches into my new belt that I got a while ago because my old belt got too big. So that's pretty exciting. 4 notches in. Getting really close. I can smell it. Wonderland is close enough I can smell the perfume of the flowers there. I'm so close to Wonderland, and I'm getting really excited, and I'm going to keep going with my discipline. I'm going to make sure to just eat the stuff that I should and not the stuff that I shouldn't. And we're going to keep at it, and we shall see if we can't make it there. Wonderland, here we come. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you again next week here on Big Anklovich on Health.